Hi everyone, it's Roger and Abe here from DisKingdom.com with a highlight video from our recent Infinity and Beyond podcast.
Right. Our next subject for today is kind of some information that came out. Came out just after release, just as the game broke out. Was if you have got a Disney Cruise Line Oceania band, this was kind of announced way before even we really knew about 3.0, was that there was going to be some exclusive content for cruise line people. And now we can see it all. Basically, in your toy box, you can see a whole host of different toys. You can see some townspeople. And you can also see there's an interiors inside of inside of the interior ones, and there's also a ship you can things and some townspeople, and just in general, you can see them all in your toy box, and you pop them down, and you can play the game and get these little bits and pieces. Now, it's important to know with the Oceania band. I think it is something that only kids get when they're on the cruise ships, on the Disney cruise ships. Anything on eBay, they are going very, very quickly. If you have got somebody with them, you can pop them down within a toy box and you can share those toys. But this is something I wasn't really too familiar with until I put down my normal MagicBand. Was we also get access to a special area. I think it's like the Disney Infinity Prestige. So you go in there and you can get exclusive toy boxes. There's one in there for MagicBand owners, and I think there'll be some stuff for cruise lines to. And I think this is going to be interesting because there was also, like I showed you just there, there's a Alunhai, which is the Hawaii thing. If you put down their MagicBand, it kind of registered that it's different.
Oh wait, hold on.
Yeah. Alani.
You said Alunhai. I just want to make sure everybody who's listening. Yeah. No, the Hawaii resort is called Alani. Okay. Go ahead. Yes. Proceed. Sorry.
Yeah, for us, it's like the thing with, Hawaiian is not, it's not something we see advertised over here at all. So it's like, I keep seeing it written. It's like, I don't know how to pronounce it. There's like no way. You just got to butcher it, jump in.
I just wanted to make sure I clarified, but keep going.
Yes. So it's kind of interesting that they've kind of gone down this line with these these bands that they're doing on cruise ships at the Hawaiian resort and also at the Walt Disney World. These are they've worked out a way of them unlocking toy boxes, which is something they've been sort of talking about in the past, where they want to add more content to people being able to get those bands. They talked about it at D23 with this new Star Wars launch bay. You're going to be able to have exclusive content for something in there. They've worked out a way of giving us access to special toy boxes and special toys with these bands. Now, I know a lot of people are like, oh, well, I can't, it's difficult to get hold of those bands. Now, Magic Bands are super easy to buy. If you want a MagicBand, you go on to DisneyStore.com. There's about 50 different ones you can buy. You don't have to be going to the parks. You can buy them. You can buy them on eBay secondhand, but you can buy a brand new one. They look cool. So you don't have to spend hundreds and hundreds of pounds on going on a Walt Disney World resort. It's easy to get a MagicBand now. And if you haven't already, so they're not so bad. There doesn't feel to be that exclusivity that when this came out in 1.0 that we had it. The Oceania band, is a lot harder to get. There's not as many people selling them. There's not as many people getting them, so they are going quite expensive. I think Jason on Inquirers, he must have spent about $50 on the Hawaii ones. Ethan from Magic Band Collectors, our Patreon, he told me he's only ever seen one on eBay, and it was about $300-400. So don't expect too many of those Hawaii, because you've got to go to the resort, and people want to keep them. And they're still pretty new, so the Hawaii ones are still really hard to get hold of. But they don't unlock anything different other than an area that no one can get. There's nothing in there. I don't think they've really activated that yet because there's not enough people using it. But it's there if they want it, which maybe going forward might be something they want to use. But yeah, if you're after those Hawaii Magic Bands, yeah, you might be. That's going to cost you more than a King Mickey costume change. And at the minute, it doesn't unlock anything different. What do you think of this MagicBand stuff?
It's just this is the way that games work. Exclusivity. There are exclusives, and give somebody the incentive. Like thanks for coming to the Alani Resort. Here's a MagicBand. If you end up playing with Disney Infinity, there's only stuff that you can access. Or hey kids, thanks for coming to on the Disney Magic, and here's the Oceaneer band, and here's some cool stuff. In fact, I was able to get the toy from Pirate Steve because he used it in one of my toy boxes, his band. And the little cruise ship is awesome. It's really cool, and the fact that I wasn't going to be able to get it before, like, you know, in my head I was like, wow, this is kind of a bummer for those who don't have access to it. But again, it's the incentive for actually going to a Disney cruise. I mean, once Star Wars Land opens up and they start doing that exclusive stuff with them as well, you end up visiting, you end up getting something exclusive. So I mean, I like it. I like the idea of exclusivity. It's. I mean, a lot of games do it. Why can't we accept it in Disney Infinity? I'm okay with it.
Yeah. See, I look at it I look at it in a different angle. See, I actually look at it that the Magic Band unlocks aren't actually there for people that are playing the games to go to these resorts. I look at it the other way. It's about getting people that are at the resorts and the cruise line at the Walt Disney World to go buy Infinity. It's like, oh, did you know your Magic Band unlocks something special? Oh, really? I'll have a look at that. And that's where they're going for. They're looking at this as a way of marketing Infinity to the people at those resorts and at those places. That's how, and they're using the Magic Bands because the Magic Band is about the parks and about where they are and what they're doing and how much use they are over there. The game aspect is something that I think almost feels like an added bonus that they've added onto, and they want to add a little bit of here's a nice little prod to go do it. It also gets, you know, no one's going to sit there and go, I'm going to book a $6,000 cruise ship just so I can unlock a townsperson. That's not what it's about. It's about trying to get people on those ships to go buy Infinity. That's where it's coming from. It's kind of the other way around.
I see that in the Disney Cruise Line for sure, because I mean they are adding a new section, or they already added it, and it's going to premiere soon. They added a new section on the cruise ship where it's just strictly Disney Infinity gameplay, and their kids get to play there. And like, hey, the kids enjoy this game. Well, did you know you can buy it and you can play it at home? Oh, and by the way, because you came on this cruise, there's only something you can access with your band. But I think it's the opposite for those who go to any Walt Disney World Park or the Alani Resort or even the Star Wars Land when it opens up, because there really isn't a Disney Infinity section to actually sell to people. So I see it both aspects. I mean, but I completely agree with you 150% about the cruise. It makes sense.
But also, you see, Disney are so smart with this stuff with like Magic Bands, and you know, you sort of sit there with the game, and you've got, you know, all these different attractions in their game. You've got a different music, and now there's a lot of people that have been on vacation, and it will remind them of the trip. But it's also that subliminal kind of keep going. You want to go. You want to go. You want to go. You know, with the trailers on TV, constantly reminding kids, go, bug your parents. And I think it kind of keeps reminding you that these parks exist. Keeps reminding you that this is part of something that you want to go to. You know, kids are going to be aware of those attractions and of those buildings because of not just the game, but because of the movie, because of the trailers. Even though the movies are, you know, they're bringing those things in. It's all great marketing, and it's just the drip effect of making people, you know, when you see the box in the thing with the Epcot, you know, last year with the 2.0, now that was in all stores. The Epcot Center was in the middle of every single store around the world, because they're marketing it out, and it's part of, and people recognize it now because we're 20, 30 years on, that so many more people now know someone that's been there, seen their holiday snaps. It's a known icon. So I think it's all part of that drip feed effect of getting us all kind of aware of the parks, and to kind of that little nod to go, well, you might want to go check this out. If we can get a Disneyland Paris Magic Band, it'd be amazing.
It's still a giant golf ball to me, but anyways, let's keep going.
Anyway, right, okay. So now we've done the good, and now it's time for the bad.
Thank you very much for watching, guys. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, and remember to check out the full podcast on our YouTube channel, and you can also find it on iTunes. And remember to check out DisKingdom.com, and I shall see you guys on another video.